All right. We are a little shorthanded on the Mailbag crew this week because everybody's going to Toronto. Emily's already there. I think is cool. Really nice of her to go and scout out the city, make sure the streets are safe for the Count the Dings invasion that is happening.
Because otherwise, how would Zach know that it's going to rain there?
That was an incredible advanced scout by Emily. By the way, Zach, weather sucks. Giving you a
Toronto. My two experiences with Toronto, one of them, everything was fine. I was meeting Coach at the executive suite. So I get in my elevator.
Coach?
Del Negro.
You want to pick up that name you just dropped?
No. Just, Coach.
And then went up the elevator. And like, by the time from when I got in the elevator to when I went up, sheets of snow were falling. And I looked, we're having breakfast and talking and stuff. And I just keep looking outside. It's like, are you okay? I go I don't know. Is this okay?
What is this?
Like this just happened in like a matter of 30 seconds and I'm freaking out. So this, my experience with Toronto is it is too goddamn cold. That and Milwaukee.
So you're on the Amin plan.
Oh, 100%. 100%. Should always be that Super Bowl, any major event like that stuff needs to be in just warm climate places.
Or like moderate, just not freezing ass cold. So people like it just doesn't make sense because it's like you're just so inconsiderate of everyone attending, people have to bring layers and stuff.
You lose, like when they did the All-Star game in Toronto several years back, it was freezing and nobody got around and things like that. Like it's just not come on, man. And also, if you have it in LA, it's easy for me to go to.
Well, San Francisco, LA coming up. But yes, the Toronto Count the Dings live show is happening this weekend. Sending the crew up there, sending very special Amin logo sweatshirts up there. It's going to be a very exciting thing. You can also get, for just a few more days here, we're going into the last weekend of the Amin logo sweatshirt and t-shirt on the merch store. You can also get the Carl Weathers Count of Monte Fisto t-shirt, sweatshirt on the merch store. bit.ly/CTD merch, all caps. That's in the description of this podcast. It's on Twitter. Check it out. And there will be new limited edition Cinephobe merch coming soon. I just looked at the advance rough draft of what Mark's working on right now. It's pretty exciting, and we're going to keep trying to roll those out as we go. So I texted you guys in the mailbag chat last night to remind myself that I have some news. So
here we go.
I'm going to get the kind of somber thing out of the way first, which is, unfortunately, in the last month, so now that I do trivia once a month, it's the first Thursday of every month, I did have somebody that's been coming to trivia since I believe 2018, 6 years. We became friends. He passed away in the last month in his sleep. And I just wanted to give a tribute to him, Scott DiMartini. He listened to Cinephobe. He loved Cinephobe. He loved trivia. He was a great dude. He got molested by my father in groping hugs many times. He was a large man. He was like 6'5", 6'6", like 300 plus pounds. And he said, your dad will, give me these huge hugs and like cut my butt and he'll make me feel very small. And he was part of my like trivia consistency, and it's really a sad thing that we lost him, but his girlfriend and his friends came last night and we honored him, and it was a nice time. So shout out to you, Scott. But moving on to upbeat.
Hold on. I'm sorry, Maze.
Okay.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
Are you okay?
I'm doing all right. Yes. And his girlfriend seemed to be in pretty good spirits yesterday, all things considered. And it was definitely tough for her and a lot tougher for their friends. It was on a friend's bachelor party. So their wedding is coming up and like pretty soon, and they're going to honor him there as well. So it was an unexpected thing, but Yes, where I'm doing okay, they're doing okay, and yeah, just wanted to share that with the listeners. But I am going to pick up those spirits now. We are going to change the subject to something way more ridiculous. And Mo, this is an old mailbag topic for me that I've been talking about for years, but I don't know if I've ever told you about the corner store from hell.
Nope, never heard this before.
Okay, so Eden, I'm sure this is gonna pique your memory a little bit, but
I love the corner store. I love the corner store.
The corner store from
stories.
hell has been a saga in my life, probably around the same amount of time. I mean, I've been back here since like 2016, and I want to say somewhere in 2017, this person took over the corner store. So this corner store has been open since I was a kid. It was owned by a family, like a Middle Eastern family. And then at some point, this man won the lottery, Mo. Okay. Not like millions and millions of dollars, but like, let's say high 100,000s. Okay.
Okay.
And what does he do with his winnings? He buys the corner store where he bought the lottery ticket.
Wow. And
so this man takes over the corner store and absolute chaos unfurls, and he's renovating it, and he's bringing in new refrigerators, and he's just absolutely causing chaos on my block and leaving trash everywhere. And he's had a confrontation with my mom where my mom was like, excuse me, like you're blocking the street and stuff. And he's like, oh, well, young lady, yeah, what's the deal? And my mom was like, and I really didn't like that he called me young lady. It really bothered me. And
condescending in a way, like the way he...
And he took over this business, and for the first month or two, he didn't know how much anything cost. He didn't have a system to log anything. So my buddy would go in there and he'd get like a 12-pack of beer and a fifth of whiskey and a bag of chips and gum or whatever. And the guy would look at the shit on the counter and be like, $20? And so Jason, my buddy Jason, was like, all right, well, I'm going to take advantage of this a lot. And he would, go in there and get incredibly discounted stuff. And this guy's also like trying to give shit away. And we're like, what the hell is going on? Okay. And then he's got an entourage of anywhere from like 10 to 30 people that are either hanging out there or working there, in quotes, working there, or smoking weed there, or doing other drugs there, or loitering, or that's you name it. And it just like, it spiraled, right? And he turned it into like his personal entourage hangout place. There was confrontations with the cops. There was all kinds of shit.
It still open?
It lasted for so long, Mo. It lasted for so long, and the reign of terror has finally come to an end. The corner store has been gutted. It is empty. He is gone. And somehow I missed like the juicy details.
Well, we'll need an update on that. But like,
I have a small update, which is that they've been trying to evict him for a year and a half.
Oh my God.
And they kept changing the locks on him, and he kept breaking in and refusing to get out. And so somehow they finally got it done. They closed the deal. But I'm not done, because Mo, I have 2 videos to show you. Okay. I'm bringing up some source material, because this is helped to illustrate the saga of the corner store from hell. So first up, we're going to go to a news report. And this is a while ago. I want to say this is 2018 or 2019, but we got to pull this up right now.
A story that you just have to hear to believe here. A woman is waking up behind bars after police say that she fell through the roof of a San Francisco liquor store.
Yeah, it happened. It's a crazy story. The owner says an ex-girlfriend wouldn't leave him alone. Well, then she ran upstairs, and the rest of the story, here's how it goes.
And we were talking, having a conversation, and the next thing you know, she fell from the roof. I thought I had to pinch myself to see if I was dreaming. It was beyond comprehension. And I'm glad she didn't fall on my chihuahua because he was taking a nap.
Good thing, right? The woman expected to be okay. Police did eventually show up and take her into custody, but yeah, that could have been.
That's your liquor store?
That's my corner store. That's down the street. That's like 500 feet from where I am right now, Mo. And you saw the Chihuahua. The Chihuahua is a staple.
I've heard about the dog.
Baby Boy is his name.
That's right.
Baby Boy has free reign to do what, like, he's just chilling. Like, they don't have him on a leash. They don't keep him inside. Baby Boy is often out on the corner, or was, I should say. He would come tottering up as far as my door occasionally, or around the other way down the street. Wow. He would pee wherever he wants. They would often put him in silly little costumes or like a puffy jacket or whatever. Baby Boy.
The bomber jacket for the Chihuahua.
Bomber jacket for the Chihuahua. So as you can see, he's clearly, and I highly recommend everybody listening to this, you got to check out the YouTube version of this mailbag because you got to see this guy's face because he is ridiculous looking. And so he got arrested one time, and my buddy did some real detective work, and I don't have this on hand, but he found like the mugshot, and he found like a police report, and he found the like drugs and gun that they like confiscated from this dude. His company is called Baby Boy Inc. So he named the company after his dog, and that's what owned the liquor store or whatever. Sold drugs from the liquor store. Sold booze to underage, people all the time. Used to hand you like a handful of weed if you got enough things. Oh, here, take some scraps of some shitty weed. And then here's the pièce de résistance here, okay? They shot a music video. They shot a music video in the corner store. My buddy sent me like a behind the scenes Instagram or whatever, like a couple months before it came out. But no, they legitimately shot a music video, and yep, you're right. My man had a featured role.
Oh my God.
Keep it lit like a jack-o'-lantern. San Francisco, no bammer. Bumpin' cool, nut, it don't matter. All I ever wanted was an old school caddy, so I could roll out with the 15 slapping.
Is he wearing a mask like on his forehead?
Yeah, wait for it. That's the.
Too many suckers coming weak on the mic, but all my real folks here believe in the hype. When I strike out, 280 southbound to the hideout, tucked off in the cuts of the outbound. Gorilla in the midst of the fog town. Check me out now. Yeah, on one.
I have questions about the video. I have questions about him. I just have a lot of questions.
Yeah.
Number one question though. I think I saw someone's jacket. The back of it said Frisco.
Yeah. No, he said Frisco a few times.
He did.
I imagine Maze has lost his shit.
So as I've said before, if you're from here, you can call it whatever you want. And really the 90s, late 80s, early 90s hip hop scene from San Francisco use that term. So that's fine. I have no objection to that. When you're Jade Hoy from hard-hitting New Britain, Connecticut, now I have a problem. Now I have a problem with you using that word. But there's a lot going on in this music video. I'm gonna give a shout out to Dregs One. Slight Work is the name of the track if you want to watch the whole thing by yourself, but
I'm good.
I think my favorite part, besides him and his just general ridiculousness, as Mo pointed out, he's got the mask on his forehead.
Wearing it like a headband for
because I believe this was shot during COVID.
Nice.
Just
Love
so you
that.
know.
Love that. Yeah.
But the fact that they're like, you know what, we're gonna get these 3 girl dancers and we're gonna put them in this 4-foot clearance between the drink counter or the drink refrigerator and what theoretically you could get a sandwich there. I would never get a sandwich there. That is a terrible fucking idea.
Let's not. Yeah.
At some point, I think they have them. Oh, they got all 3 of them. They got 2 of them. They cleared out the back. You know, that was hard to do.
And I make the girl cream down there and passed out when she put that on me. Make that thing bounce, going high energy. Grown ass man.
Fantastic. Great dancing. Thank you so much. Dregs won. But yeah, man, 3 minutes. And they shot like, I have so many questions. Did he hang out there? And was he looking for a place to shoot his video? And the guy's like, oh, I'll do it. Put Baby Boy in it.
Is Baby Boy in it? Have we seen Baby Boy in it?
I don't know if there's a Baby Boy appearance.
He didn't make the cut. Oh, Baby Boy, I hate to see it.
Probably didn't have like a nice little.
They couldn't afford to get his day rate, you know. Like he's
got to get a Frisco jacket for Baby Boy. I
thought he would have been like holding him in one of the scenes where he's just like bopping in the.
Oh, hold on! I do have to bring up this part because they do have him dancing in front of it. They got all 3 dancers in front of it here.
Oh my, go nuts, get wild, keep it moving, get down, slight work, get done. What it look like, add that up, get it.
I don't want to watch this anymore. I can't.
It's the crazy thing is like the shop owner is so hyped. Like he's so hyped.
He's also high out of his mind, so he has no idea what's going on.
I just can't believe you win several $100,000s in the lottery, and your first response is, "I'm going to go buy a liquor store."
Like the whole plan is batshit, and I don't know if he was a drug dealer before he won the lottery.
Should have won the lottery.
It had to have been like just a front when you started talking about like the way he would just $20, like. It had to have been a front. Like he had to have been, I wouldn't say laundering money because money actually has to come in a way for you to be able to launder money. But
I'm like, is it actually a front or is it just horrible mismanagement of any sort of business sense whatsoever? Because I could see it being that given the intelligence levels that I feel like are being portrayed.
I don't think there's any way that he was making enough money to buy the thing without winning the lottery. So I do believe that he won the lottery. And it's not a front if you don't hide anything.
Right. It's true. Well, he could just be very bad at that part.
I think he was so brazen and stupid that the cops just gave up. The cops gave up. And then the other thing, the latest thing, because it used to be, Mo, that I would walk to work at Whole Foods and I would have to walk by the store 3, 4, 5 times a day, right? And I would like one time I'm walking to work at 5 a.m, and the girlfriend, I'm pretty sure the one that fell through the roof, was getting arrested.
Oh, that story is also wild.
Yes. So there's also this thing of, so it's like there's a weird upstairs. So it's like there's like a shitty apartment, I think, above it. Obviously never been in there, but like somehow there's a terrible ceiling, like fake ceiling floor situation to the point where a person could just fall through. So I did walk to work at like 5 a.m. She's getting arrested. He's there. She says, "I love you, baby." And he says, "I love you too." And then they take her away. And since I've stopped walking past it multiple times a day, I've tried very hard to put it out of my mind. The biggest way that they impact my life is that trash will accumulate on my corner like crazy because they just throw shit away all the time, like disgusting shit. So the reign of terror is over. The corner store from hell has been vanquished. Baby Boy, salute to you, Baby Boy, wherever you are, whatever corner you're pissing on now.
Yeah, good for.
Unbelievable, man.
I hope Baby Boy is thriving. I hope Baby Boy himself is thriving, but nobody else.
Yeah, just Baby Boy.
Just Baby Boy.
Just Baby Boy.
That's still amazing.
Welcome to the Friday Mailbag. It's Friday. How you like that for a cold open?
That update did not disappoint. I love the corner store updates. I'm a little sad that it sounds like this might be the last one.
Yeah, I mean, I'll try and I was talking to the trivia bar owner, and he's pretty plugged into the neighborhood. So he's the one who told me about the eviction and all that. I'll try and get like a more complete story so we can touch back on the corner store saga. But yeah, Eden, had I shown you the news video?
No, I had no idea. Yeah, I think, and I'm pretty sure at some point within the last year, I asked about the corner store. Like, I don't know what the topic was, but I know I raised it at one point just to like see if there was an update. And I think you were just like trash everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, I have set foot in that place one time in the last 5 years because I hate it so much. But it's over. It's gutted. They got him out. So congratulations. We got Mo. We got Eden. We got people in Toronto. We are going to have Katie in a little
7
bit.
minutes. Yeah.
7 minutes in heaven until Katie joins us. And we are going to be joined by, that's right, Beep Count. Senor Beep. Mr.
What
Beep.
up?
Mr. Beep.
What's going on, man?
How y'all doing?
Can I ask what's the beeps that we're counting?
So from the Lebitard show, when Stugatz has his weekend observations, they always have the beeps to kind of break up his
God,
thoughts.
I love the beep. Yeah.
I've been counting those beeps for longer than I want to admit. It's been like since like 2018, 2019. It's like
not that bad. I thought you were going to say something deranged, like 2011. Yeah, for 10 years, I thought you were going to say.
I mean, 5 years is quite a long time to be.
It's not
deranged.
Beeps. Yeah, it's not deranged.
I mean, it's fitting that we're bringing in Beep Count to count the dings.
See,
you know, it's counting connection. But how are you not driven insane at this point, Beep Count? Do you hear the beeps in your dreams?
You know, it's something that I love and hate at the same time. I
have a question. just what possessed you to just say like I'm counting the beeps?
That's a great question. I ask myself that a lot. I just started listening, and something in my brain said, "Let's just start counting." And then I would just kind of count them on my fingers, and oh, he had 200 beeps this week, and then next week you had 240. And then that turned into, well, let's count how long this segment was. What was the beeps per minute? What was the change in beeps per minute week over week?
I'm actually fascinated. Yeah. Do you have like a spreadsheet I can follow along?
I've got a spreadsheet. I don't have one I guess I can send you the link, but yeah, I've got.
Beep Count is looking above his computer screen at his wall, which is covered with hand-drawn tallies of beeps.
And then the question is like, what do the beeps mean? What's the where's the significance?
Also, who is doing the beeping? Because sometimes it's different people doing the beeping.
And did you count one, like, wasn't it like a couple months ago where they did it like a popping sound? Like, does that count? Or
I was gonna ask too. I was like, I think recently they did the Paul McCartney sound, the little squeak sound, and they were using that for the beep too. Yeah,
the pop. I'll count those as well. I will not count when they do the fanfare, the ta-da.
Oh, thank God you have standards.
I will not count that one. But yes, I do count all the beeps, all the little sounds that they put in there. They did one, it was maybe 2 years ago, where a chair made a fart sound. And
I love the fart sound. Yeah.
I changed the handle to @fartcount for about 2 or 3 weeks when they kept on doing that. So it's a lot.
Are you able to listen to the Lebitard show and not think about the beeps?
I only think about the beeps on Mondays.
Yeah, I was like, it's only once a week.
Only one day a week. Okay.
Yeah, it's not all.
The other 4 days a week, you're gravy. It's all good.
I do also have a running tally for when Mike Shore comes in and does his Mike Shore's monthly updates. So I've got those as well.
Beeps. Yeah,
I've got charts. I've got tallies going back to 2019. So yeah, it's a lot.
Okay, Beep Count. What is your day job? Anything to do with data entry analysis? Yeah, I'm just curious here a little bit about who you are and why you took on the beeps.
I'm a retail manager for a major telecommunications company. I'm also
Mobile.
very, very close.
Nice.
Very, very close. I'm also doing an internship with that company as a facilitator for online trainings and learnings.
Is that why you have a setup?
Yeah. So I'm also producer for the Lauer After Hours podcast as well. So that was the whole reason for the setup.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Know those guys. Yeah.
Damn,
Not personally,
Dolores
but
is
yeah.
getting after it as usual. It wouldn't be a Friday unless Katie was getting assaulted by Dolores.
It's Dolores and Luca. Luca, say hi. See, look.
Oh,
Look, Duty.
Look, say hi.
Luca's
Say
a
hi.
tiny little boy.
Look.
Yeah, he's
It's
a
your
pain in the ass,
friend.
so he can be a pain sometimes.
Okay. Very
He
rude.
hides under
Very
the
rude.
beds and the bed, and it's impossible to get him out when we need to. And it's a
Can you even
stubborn
see
dude.
him if he closes his eyes?
You know, honestly, at night I had to get one of those light vests for him because
You kick him. You
Aw.
accidentally step on him.
it's too dark. But yeah, he's a good little boy.
How long have you guys been doing Lauer After Hours, Beep Count?
We started in May of 2020, so right in the middle of pandemic, and it all started just with a Twitter group chat, and that turned into, hey, we should jump on Zoom for like a happy hour, and that turned into, hey, we should record this, and then that turned into, hey, let's put it out as a podcast, and 530 something episodes later, here we are.
That's crazy, man.
I wasn't laughing at you. I was laughing at Katie.
Yeah,
Just
Dolores
kind of throw
is
it.
fucking
She
aggro.
just bit my tit on accident.
Oh, that was no
She was trying to
accident.
grab her toy. Very
It reminds
rude.
me of that viral video of that guy that was on CNN that's like trying to get his kids out of the shot. Like he's just like continuing and he's just like
The kid who comes walking in like,
yeah.
it's my favorite.
Sorry, so unprofessional of me.
Because the Friday mailbag is such a professional operation.
Well, I would have
most
assumed
professional.
without Zach, I thought we would be professional today, but I guess
Yeah.
that's out the door, Katie.
Beat professional.
Oh,
No, not doing it. Not
you
doing
get
it.
the show.
Yeah, he's got to compensate. We got a huge pun deficiency in our midst, so we got to compensate wherever we can. But we are going to hit our first question here.
Unstate?
Oh
Say-
God.
First question of the day is from Abuelo Mijo, who asked, non-smokers, could you date a nicotine smoker?
I did for a while. I did. So I didn't honestly, it's not great because like you end up smelling like you're a smoker, whether you do or not. So I was in my early 20s at the time. I don't know that I would now, but like at that time I was young and in love. So I did. I thought, I didn't see it as like a huge barrier to entry or something that was even like that relevant in a relationship. But like once you're out of the situation, it's like, oh, my clothes don't all smell like cigarettes anymore. Like that's kind of great. Like, so I don't think I would anymore just because like, I don't want my clothes to smell like I buy nice clothes and I try to like buy sustainable clothes that I can wear over long periods of time. And if I'm constantly washing that to get out of the cigarette smell, at this point, it's a practical thing. I just can't do it. I don't think so.
It's a hard
I just
no
prefer
for
not
me.
to.
It's a hard no.
Yeah, I mean,
I know.
I'm with you, Eden. At this point in my life, no. In my 20s, I don't think I really cared at all. Right?
Yeah,
So,
I don't think I thought about it yeah.
And it's not just smoking, like any weird habit or lifestyle choice. I don't think I was really too concerned
Thinking
with
that much
but
about.
At this point, yeah, sorry, that's a no. And it's really just the smell, right? Or like the smell and I guess the taste. If you're kissing someone, that's the
Taste,
two
yeah.
things.
Yeah.
Which, like, I'm not gonna lie, like, I don't know if this is because I've never smoked weed, but I've only heard about it. But like,
Yeah,
that
same.
experience
Sure.
also has like something that has to do with the breath and how your breath smells. So I was like, I don't know if like maybe I just like was desensitized to it a little bit because people like would also say that about like weed smokers that they don't like to kiss people that smoke weed, and I'm just like, I mean, get over it.
Yeah.
It also
Yeah,
is
yeah.
like
if I smoked weed,
inconvenient.
like I
That's
wouldn't
what your
know.
friend was saying to you. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I get a lot of venting from her. So yeah.
like I had a lot of friends that smoke cigarettes, and it was just annoying because it'd be like, oh, well, I have to smoke a cigarette before we go into the movie or before we do this. And it's just like always.
Yeah.
And I would always be in the back seat in the dead of winter while they're smoking with the windows cracked in this fucking tunnel vortex of freezing cold air while I'm just like.
God. In Wisconsin too, so it's actually cold.
Yeah, it's all around bad.
What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age!
Sorry, you said tunnel vortex of cold. And I was just, that is what I'm imagining. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, and it's just one of those things that's not really a casual thing. There's not very many people who are like, I have one cigarette a day, or like,
yeah. I was thinking
and if they
about
don't
that.
have them, they're cranky.
Yeah.
Like I was a casual smoker at one point. Like I would say, like I would smoke a cigarette when I was out drinking or something.
But it wouldn't be yours, right? You'd smoke a cigarette because
I would buy packs. I'd buy packs, and then like for a while when I was like working at Abercrombie, I would do like one cigarette on the way to work, like twice a week or something, like because I had the pack. Like I don't know. So I think I was the definition of a casual smoker, but because I'm also a runner, every time I like rip the heater, like I would like feel it for the next 3 runs over the next week. So it's like ultimately like at a certain point I was just like the cost benefit analysis of even taking like
nerd.
Yeah, I know. Such a nerdy thing. And I actually remember the last cigarette I had, actually, it was when Emily was visiting me one time. About probably like one of her friends had cigarettes and they were smoking. And I was like, well, if I'm, she offered one. I was like, all right, well, you talked me into it. Like, but I don't crave it. I don't like, it's just like, yeah. And I don't really know anyone else.
I mean, I smoke spliffs, so I'm putting tobacco with my weed sometimes, but I'm serious. It doesn't smell or taste the same. It is a smell or taste, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But it doesn't. And then my girlfriend smokes spliffs with me, so I don't know. We're on the same page in that department, at least.
Beep count. What about you?
So I was a former smoker and dipper at the same time.
Ooh,
and I'm talking like a can a day and a pack a day at the same time. And I can't even imagine what it was like to date me. My now wife, when we first started dating, she says, I'm not going to date you anymore unless you stop. So I quit both of them.
So
and
both. Okay.
Here we are.
Wow.
I can't
does
get
she
behind
know
dip. I
that
can't
you
get behind
count
dip.
beeps though?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
She knows all about
She's
those.
fine with the beep counting. Fine with that.
Eden, it's too hard to hide the board he has. The wall of beeps
The
that
tally,
he has going on, the tallying, and I have him kind of like Charlie Day. Sort of meme
corkboard,
certainly. I've actually got like a Jim Carrey number 23 wall up over here. You can't really see that.
It's like one of those things like you have a green screen that you just pull up and it looks like you have a nice clean background behind you. That's actually just a picture of what the room looked like before you wrote all over it.
This is a fake background right here.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Smoke. I mean, you can beep count and not smell like beep counting, so I think it's all right.
Can you?
No, there might be a stench that comes with beep counting.
Oh, okay.
I feel like, might smell like beeps.
We Got a Fled asks, when you're on a road trip, do you make frequent stops or power through to your destination?
Depends who I have in the car with me.
That's always a consideration.
And where I'm heading. If it's just me
and bladder size.
Maybe a stop at a fast food joint.
Okay,
this is 100% a bladder question, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I have a tiny bladder. I'm very open.
Not
about
even
this.
your friend. You.
Yeah. This. I like to make the joke that if I haven't peed within the last hour, it's because I'm dehydrated. But I will say though, I also, because I have this mentality, if Google says it takes 6 hours to get there, I will get there in 5 hours and 30 minutes. While going only moderately above, only 5 over, it's 65, I'm going 70, which is well within reason. But I'm so worried about efficiency, I will just dehydrate myself and be like, so it's like, for example, Little Rock to New Orleans was a 7.5 hour drive. So it's like one of those you have to stop anyway. So I would only drink water in the hour leading up to when I know that I'm going to get gas, so that it doesn't actually interrupt the flow, because I am also I just want to get there person.
Yeah, I don't want to do anything that's going to add a lot of time.
Yeah.
Now, I have done I drove from Dallas, Texas to Duncan, Oklahoma. And we definitely, you see some interesting things there. Like we passed through the city.
Tumbleweeds or what?
No. Just, we passed through the city, I guess, that like created the big Rambo knife or was like a manufacturer of it.
The whole city is dedicated to that.
No, there's a huge statue of it where we drove. We all looked at it. We were on our way to a wedding. There was three of us in the car. We all looked at each other, stopped, U-turned, went back. And we're like, we got to get a picture of this. Nobody's going to believe this. I don't know where the picture went. But that's the kind of stuff that might lead to stops on some road trips where it's like, what the hell is this?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Pixar didn't happen, Mo, so none of us believe you anymore.
Let me text see if they got that. Get a text. Let's see if we get it.
Let's shoot out a Hail Mary text. I mean, I spent a lot of time in the car with my dad as a kid, and we did not stop. We stopped once, max. You got to save up that pee. You got to make one big pee. If it's how long do you have to be driving to stop for food? 6 hours? If it's 5 hours, are you stopping for food?
No, I only stop for food if it is like it's the whole day. Like 7-hour drive, I'm not stopping for food. I'm not that hungry. I'm not stopping to eat a meal. Yeah, maybe? I was like, I'll grab a Nutri-Grain bar or some shit. Like
3 hours, and I need to eat.
For me, if it's more than 20 minutes,
but like having snacks in the car is not, like to eat is not the same as like stopping for a meal though.
3 hours. I need a burger. I need some fries.
Oh, so you need to actually eat like a hot.
I want to eat something when I'm sitting in the car.
So not like just like you're not just gonna like you don't want to just eat gummy bears or like chips.
If I pass, I'm not a big chips guy. I'm not a big gummy bear guy.
I just meant snacks, Mo.
In general, but in general, like snacks, I'm not like a big snack person.
I don't like those snacks.
Oh, shut up, Maze.
Beef jerky is a good road trip snack that I don't like. I'm not crazy about beef jerky.
What are the best road trip snacks?
Sunflower seeds are pretty clutch.
See, that's because you
kind of keeps you busy. Okay.
Yeah, we get you on an oral fixation, beef count.
You like to spit into a cup like there's a.
You caught me.
No, my mom loves sunflower seeds too, just because it's like you're not actually eating that, like you're not like eating calories the whole time. Really, like it's a really small intake. It's actually mostly sodium. I think probably that might be
salt.
What's not great,
Spit
but
good.
yeah,
Spit's good, huh? Spit good. Spit's good, huh?
Best road trip snacks. I mean, I don't guess trail mix probably, or like
chips are classic.
Nuts. Chips are easy, but I don't even think that's like necessarily a road trip thing. But yeah, but the goal is to not stop as much as possible, and absolutely do not want to sit down at a restaurant.
Oh no, drive through only.
That's a no-go. Yeah.
Like
I have a friend that would like always want to like stop at like go to like Cracker Barrel, and I'm like, oh
no,
like actual like can we not just drive through Sonic or something? Like
no, it would have to be like I can't get this anywhere else.
Yeah,
like sort of thing. And even then, I'm like, ugh.
There's this place called Harris Ranch on Highway 5 in California, which is the main way to get from like Northern California to Southern California. It's just a straight, boring ass highway through Cowschwitz, as it's called, which is just endless fields of cows. And Harris Ranch is like a pretty good restaurant, like, you know, good steaks, because obviously they're right there. But it's can easily be like a 30 to 45 minute wait for a table, and then you're sitting down to eat. And
who wants to drive after that?
No one there is hanging out. Everybody is road tripping. So it's like, okay, this could be a good meal, but also the time suck is unacceptable. So I think we did it like twice, but now we just stop. We eat. You know, it's a solid bathroom, and that's a good.
I do wonder,
place.
like Maze, because you mentioned it, like you were raised like this, and so I was also. So like we used to take like trips from road trip, whole family road trip from Arkansas to the Bay Area because that's where our family was. And it was just like, that was how we were raised though. We were like, we're trying to get there in a day and a half because it's a 2-day drive. And so it's like it was not an option to like extra. Like I know my little brother ended up peeing in a can or a bottle. Like at least like I just remember being traumatized at like, we can't fucking stop for a bathroom.
Wow, Eden. You'll admit that you have a small bladder, but you won't admit that you peed in a bottle.
Not me. I can't pee in a bottle.
It's called
a funnel, Eden. You ever heard of a funnel?
One of her druggy friends did it.
Yeah.
I definitely have had to pull over.
Friend with the small bladder.
I've definitely had to pull over and pee on the side of the road, which then also led to a couple cars.
That's a luxury, though. You know, we can.
We can. It's easier for us. And then cars driving by and honking at us.
And I'm pretty sure I recently told the horror story of the girl that I drove from Santa Cruz to Los Angeles drunk who peed out the side of the car. So,
oh my God.
Women can too. Equality. Yeah, you must have missed that one, Mo. This girl delayed our drive back to Los Angeles. She kept pushing it back because we were at the restaurant where she used to work. So she kept like running off to do shots with different people. And by the time we got in the car, she was basically blackout drunk for a 6-hour drive. It was lovely.
Fucking nightmare.
Fucking nightmare. We don't talk anymore. No bad days. Ask, and this is just for me. Do you only make the Patti LaBelle mac and cheese for Thanksgiving? I always now have made it a routine to make the Patti LaBelle mac and cheese for Thanksgiving, but I would make it at another time. The only thing is that it's a huge recipe. So unless I want to be eating mac and cheese every day for like 3 weeks, I need an event to bring it to.
I know what the Patti LaBelle mac and cheese is, but I'm not sure beep count does. So what does that mean?
Great follow-up question, Eden. So it's the over the rainbow mac and cheese. It's Munster, 2 kinds of cheddar, mild and sharp, Jack, Velveeta, butter, eggs, cayenne pepper, seasoning, like 1 or 2 eggs. It's really not a lot, but it's
like
just
to
like
help hold it
the
together.
Glue.
Yeah,
it's all the consistency, half and half,
the texture, the consistency,
the color, the flavor. And yeah, a little bit of cayenne pepper in there for like, not a ton, but just like to give it a little bit of a bite. And it's incredible. It's the best mac and cheese ever. People are like, Velveeta. And I sent you guys the Velveeta hair dye situation that has happened, which maybe we can circle back on that later. But it's an incredible recipe. My dad started making it when I was a kid. It was always a hit. I've never met anybody who's not like obsessed with it. And like I said, the only issue is that it's a fuck ton. So if I'm going to a barbecue or a cookout or a party or anything like that, potluck, it's always a hit. It's a great thing to bring. Am I going to make that for myself? Absolutely not.
It's not mac and cheese, like the high level mac and cheese is not something to be made just for yourself or for 2 people. Like,
it's always made in like a giant thing that you have to share. It's like 20 servings. Yeah.
It sounds like a constipation casserole.
Wow. I mean,
for some, you find out very quickly if you're lactose intolerant.
Yeah. Never been lactose intolerant as you can guess.
That's my nightmare.
Grew up drinking.
I mean, Katie, you're from Wisconsin.
Yeah.
You guys don't have lactose intolerant people, right?
You guys got to kick them out of the state.
You throw them off a cliff. What are you talking? It's like the Spartans. It's like you would just toss them. It's out. They're done.
They're not welcome here. Sorry.
Wait, beep count. Where are you located? If you don't mind sharing, you don't have to if you don't want to.
What are your GPS coordinates?
And what's your mom's maiden name?
Social
what
security.
Was the first car you had growing up?
The name of your first pet.
I'm not giving you my password. I'm in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Oh, nice. That's where our buddy Steve is also.
Yeah,
Albuquerque,
that's right.
Steve. Yeah,
the ABQ.
Yeah,
Steve Sanchez.
So we're representing in the ABQ.
I think his name's Steve Sanchez.
Yeah. We have a lot of them here.
I'm sorry, I spaced out. Where are you?
Albuquerque.
Albuquerque, sorry.
Wow, well, it was only said 45 times in the last 1 minute.
Those days.
I'm sorry, I wasn't listening. What?
He
Who are
was
you?
buying Munster on Instacart for his mac and cheese.
The home of Breaking Bad.
So on that tip, Deli Platter asks, what's your go-to comfort food and who makes it best?
Mom is the answer for who makes it best.
Ma!
Pasta, just spaghetti, tomato sauce. I'm a happy boy.
Yeah, that's easy as fuck. I mean, make it yourself, get it from somewhere else. It never fails. Pasta for sure. I mean, I do. It's a burrito as well.
Noodles for me, but same vibe.
I don't make burritos, but I'll make like a taco situation. But like getting a burrito is the easiest go-to for sure. What is it in Albuquerque, beep count?
So typically everyone's going to say the New Mexico food, huevos rancheros, that kind of stuff. But for me, it's going to be spaghetti and meatballs. I'm going to go with the group there. But my wife makes the world's best meatball, and it's hands down. It's not even close.
Is it like a family
beef
recipe?
and veal?
Yeah.
Like what's in? Yeah, you can't just say that and not give us kind of the rundown.
Yeah, so it is beef, some spicy Italian sausage in there as well, just to kind of give it a little extra kick. But she also puts some green chili in the actual meatball itself, and that just kind of sets everything apart.
There's a New Mexico.
Yeah,
green chilies. Isn't that the state food?
Close enough. Yeah, it's chili just in general. So if you ever come here to eat, the server is going to ask you want red or green. Do you want red chili on there or green chili? The correct answer is going to be Christmas. So you get both the red and the green.
Okay.
I just had a realization that I think there's a really popular breakfast burrito spot next to me that they're labeled as New Mexican food, and they definitely have a Christmas thing. And I thought it was New Mexican food.
Right, not New Mexico.
And now I'm like, I think that it means New Mexico. Like just
Correct.
as you're talking about the chilies and the color, because it's red or green. They're that's like their two things is like you get the red sauce or the green sauce, or you can get both, like Christmas style. And I'm just like, oh my God, wow. Sorry, I just had an epiphany.
Light bulb.
That's amazing.
Yeah, there's a huge difference between Mexican food and New Mexican food. Whatever that is, I couldn't tell you. As you can tell by my pigmentation.
It's
however,
enormous.
Yeah, the main thing is going to be a little bit more heat with the New Mexican food, just because of the spice from the green chili and the red chili.
Nice.
All right.
Okay. I do love spicy.
All right, we are going to do our underdog fantasy
combination
of the day. Go to underdogfantasy.com, promo code DING, DING, or in the Underdog Fantasy app. So I've been cooking up a big one, a big Friday combination for everybody. So Mo,
yes, sir.
The Warriors, they had their backs against the wall, right? Then they ripped off 5 or 6 straight here. They seem rejuvenated, and they are going into a rematch with the Mavericks tonight. They just played on Tuesday. Draymond Green, how's he been playing lately?
I mean, he's been awesome defensively and had a nice game against the Mavs. Little bit of run. I don't know what the final stat tally was. I didn't see the game last night, but they beat Houston pretty good. So
yeah,
they
beat
like
the brakes off of Houston and pretty much put that story to rest. I don't think we have to worry about the Rockets at this point, but Draymond has had at least a block and a steal in his last 3 games. He had 4 steals in the game-winning block against Dallas on Tuesday. He had 6 steals against the Spurs on Sunday. I'm taking Draymond Green higher than 1.5 blocks and steals tonight against the Mavericks. Now, Eden, you're going to have to tell me who this player is. He's making $47 million this year, okay? He has not scored more then 14.5 points. He's not done it more than once in the last 8 games. And when he did, he scored 15 points. So it's not like he went off. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have any idea who I'm talking about at this point? $47 million. Under 15 points a game.
I know, because it's so frustrating, is because right now on a different platform, he's priced at something that you would think is a reasonable price to pay for a player like him. As you said, he's getting paid $47 million. Who could we possibly be talking about?
Mo, do you know?
No idea.
Is it, does he have a beard? Is it that guy? Is it? Yes or no?
We'll get to him. We'll get to him. I don't know how much money he's making, but he's coming up soon. But no, we're talking about Bradley Beal.
Oh, Bradley Beal. Oh,
we're talking about Bradley Beal. $47 million. He's averaging like 10 points a game in his last 8 games. And I took him on Wednesday. I said he's going to go lower than 16.5 points. He put up 7. So that one worked out for me.
He went way under.
He went way under. He cleared it easily. Underdog.
You should get double. If it's that low.
I should. They should. Underdog, listen up. If I get it that right, you should reward me. But they dropped him 2 points. They dropped him from 16.5 points to 14.5 points. I'm riding the train. Give me Bradley Beal lower than 14.5 points again. His shooting is fine. It's not like he's missing a ton of shots. He's playing a ton of minutes. His shot volume is way down. It's the Wolves tonight. He's not doing it. Bradley Beal lower than 14.5 points.
Why is he even down? Frustrating team.
Yeah, we're sticking with him. We're going to keep talking about him because why has his shots been so down? Partly Devin Booker on fire. Devin Booker's been killing it. 52 points, 40 points this week already. The part that you're not hearing about, Mo, one Mo thing for you is that he's had 9 and 8 assists in those games. So he's scoring, he's dishing. Devin Booker higher than 33.5 points and assists. He might go ahead and get 34 points, and we don't even have to worry about the assists. You never know. And then finally, there's a man with the beard, Eden. You want to tell me about this man with the beard?
He's
not me, not beep count.
He's just as frustrating to play in fantasy as the Phoenix guys, if I'm being honest. Like, I feel like, so my process with fantasy is like, I try to look for consistency because I'm like risk averse. But the guy with the beard, so he's on like really good stretches this season. And like I said earlier, super reasonably priced when you think about it, his potential and what he's able to do. But like, he just seems to be like, he has no idea what he's doing. Like, it's so unpredictable that I just don't trust him at all anymore.
Well, Eden, see, the thing here is you said you like consistency. What if I told you that James Harden was consistently dog shit? And then in his last 13 games, he's averaging 12.5 points a game, 34% from the field, 26% from 3. What the fuck? He's only topped 17.5 points twice, including last night against the Nuggets when he shot 6 for 23, 2 of 13 from 3. That's right. His shooting percentages and shooting lines are back to looking like concert tour dates. The playoffs haven't even started yet, and he is in mid-playoff form. This is the easiest, like, if you do nothing else, just take James Harden lower than 17.5 points tonight.
And also, the Clippers have been playing awful, apart from last night. Like, they've been terrible over the past, I mean, since the All-Star break, it's been god-awful. Second night of a back-to-back, too.
They peaked too early.
Yeah.
They had us in the first half.
They tricked us all over again.
So there you go. Draymond and Devin Booker were riding their hot streaks. Bradley Beal and James Harden lighting money on fire, but not your money. Take them lower. That is your underdog fantasy
combination
for Friday. And now Katie can be released from her boredom.
Wake up.
Wake up.
I was like, wait, what are we doing? Where are we going with this?
Tomless says, do you have a specific genre of movie you do not like watching?
War movies.
Oh, I'm a horror movie. I'm not interested in horror movies.
Same note too.
I hate war movies.
Horror.
Oh my god, the worst.
War.
What's a good horror war movie? What's a?
I'm not kidding, y'all. Anytime there is a military uniform on the screen, I immediately fall asleep. It's just it's so boring to me. I hate it's all just they're all the same to me. And I'm just like Platoon, Saving Private Ryan, seen them all the same movie to me. Maybe they were different wars. I don't know, but
maybe there have been more than one, thankfully. Otherwise this
war or one war movie.
One war. There have been more than one.
I have never been able to focus in those movies. It's like my mom, hers is superhero stuff. Anytime there's a superhero element, she completely just falls asleep. And I'm like, it was me with war movies. I just have no interest. And they're just the action is also really boring. It's not well choreographed action. It's just Michael Bay. Boom, boom. A ship takes this slow to run into a dock. I don't know. It's just not interesting to me.
Eden, can you do your Michael Bay impression for me one more time, please?
Isolate the sound.
Spot on.
Explosion.
I mean, yeah, just like being in the theater for Pearl Harbor. That's exactly how it went. Yeah, I'm with you. I mean, I liked Saving Private Ryan when I was younger, but that's one of those movies that I think about watching. I'm like, nah,
it's too long. It's not a movie you're just gonna put on in that sense. But
I never watched Band of Brothers. I missed that limited series wave in the early 2000s, which had. But the thing is, that had every single male actor at the time was in Band of Brothers.
It's really kind of amazing.
It's a crazy lineup. It's like Tom Hanks and Steven Spielberg. So it's after Saving Private Ryan, they basically went and made a 10 episode series or eight episodes.
I think it was 10.
Miniseries.
Oh my god, the only thing worse than a war movie is a war
show
miniseries.
You guys, listen. No, I'm going to stop this. This is bullshit. Okay. Just because you don't like it means it's the worst or anything like that. It may not be for you. Band of Brothers was really fucking good.
I'm not saying it's not good. I'm just saying that I'm not inspired to watch it.
And all that stuff. It's not something I'm going to pop on now, but I did just watch Masters of the Air. And that was okay.
That's what I was going to get to is it's the same team and they made Masters of the Air and it's Austin Butler and Glenn Powell and their pilots. Or is Glenn Powell in it?
He's not in that.
No, he's not. He was in a different flight movie.
Homeboy from Saltburn was in it for a little bit. And then I forget the other guy.
Yes, the homeboy from Saltburn, the
that's how I do these things. That's how I do these things now.
Is it this a war show too,
I'm turning into an Arab uncle. Is the funnier thing is I've literally the guy that
the white
thing,
guy,
the guy.
The thing. He's a creep.
It hurt me so bad when my nieces said that to me. When my nieces turned to me and said, "You've crossed the path now,"
oh, wow.
and I was just
yeah.
That hurt so bad.
Deflated.
I said, "You guys have no idea how much you hurt my soul." I was the cool uncle for a while. Now I'm like, oh.
Yeah,
I think there's more that I don't want than more than I want to watch. I don't care about horror, war movies, period pieces, sci-fi. Not really into the superhero shit. It's basically comedies and thrillers is really
yeah.
But more psychological thriller though.
Yeah.
Like a
Let
mystery.
me tell you what was thrilling. I need to interrupt. Let me tell you what was thrilling. Godzilla King Kong 2.
Oh, God, yeah. I mean, we'll have to get into that more when Zach is back because you two went together, right?
Yes.
Date night?
That was amazing. A little date night, but that movie was fantastic. Fantastic.
Is that in theaters now?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's delightfully stupid is how I describe it.
Yeah. See, because now, Eden, Godzilla and Kong are bros.
I was like, are they besties now?
They're
or
bros.
what?
Not right away. It took a minute. They had to figure it out.
Well, you can't have two alphas, Mo.
As with any good bromance, there has to be some ironing out and roles established in the relationship before we can continue to.
You have to figure out who's the top, who's the power bottom. You have to do all that stuff.
I mean, I wasn't going to say it like that, but.
Well, you're not a bro. You don't know what bros do. You know, this is what bros do.
I'm not a bro. Yeah.
Not yet. You know,
so
you keep
Mo,
working
with you
at
and
it.
Zach.
Don't do it.
You already know.
2 power bottoms.
2 tops.
Oh my God.
Spinning around. A couple of tops.
You know what they say? We have 2 tops.
Yeah, I've none.
You don't have one.
What about you, Beep Count? What's your movie genre you can't stand?
Yeah, the horror, jump scenes, that kind of stuff. Not into that. I will say though that Band of Brothers was really amazing, but I think the underrated one from that whole kind of era was The Pacific. It was the one that came out, 4 or 5 years after Band of Brothers. That one was really good.
That one wasn't, to me, I have the opposite. I felt like it's gotten slightly less and less in terms of that. Band of Brothers was to me the peak. And then as they've gotten further away, it's not as like Masters of the Airs was good, but like not amazing to me. Like I'm not going nuts.
Yeah. And then you have like the Generation Kill, that one.
Yeah. That one was hard for me because they were killing Iraqis and I was like, Arabs.
Yeah.
Little bit concerned.
I mean, I will enjoy a good horror movie. Like I thought Midsommar, like Ari Aster is kind of a tough one. Like Hereditary and Midsommar, like they're good. I recognize that they're good and they're not scary. Generic.
It's more like,
but it's still a tough watch. And I still don't feel, it's not like something that I really look forward to necessarily. I try to give it a spin because I hear people talking about it or I hear that it does well or whatever, but yeah, it's tough.
Okay,
man.
so where does A Quiet Place rank in those?
Quiet Place. The Quiet Place is more like a monster
kind of thing. Like, because that's not horror to me. Like I've seen those.
Like I Am Legend, The Quiet Place.
Yeah, that's not horror to me.
But then, like the line between A Quiet Place and then the ripoff that was Bird Box.
Oh, God.
Which I never saw, which is Sandra Bullock blindfolded in a canoe. Like, you've officially jumped into shit. I mean, the main thing is that just do it well. If you make a good war movie, I'll probably still enjoy it. But
I can tell you if it's a good war movie is if I don't fall asleep during it.
Right. Yeah, so that's
like,
what we'll do.
I'm open-minded. Yeah.
Just
but am I the only person?
Can she last 15 minutes in this Masters of the Air? If not, it's bad.
She'll fall asleep in Masters of the Air.
Am I the only person that can't do rom-coms anymore?
Same thing. It's
I'm not speaking them out.
If they're good, I like them. But
what do you mean if they're good?
I have to whisper my answer.
Oh, why? Why, Mo? Are you not alone right now?
It's not my choice.
Oh,
but I will have to go to some of them. I've seen an awful number of them.
Is Mo living with the monster from A Quiet Place? What's happening?
No. Let's not go there.
Whoa, no! I never said that.
We gotta get through this wedding, okay?
Okay, this is coming up. Zach RSVP'd, so we gotta have it.
Oh, thank God!
My dad would like go into rom-coms, and my mom would be like, "This would never happen." Like she was all cynical about it. My dad wants to go see him.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Dad's
cute.
A romantic. Shout out to Katie's dad. But yeah, I mean, like I haven't seen the new Glenn Powell Sydney Sweeney one, but I'm kind of interested. I think it's available for streaming, but it's not like I gotta watch that. But like there was a Charlie Day, Jenny Slate one that came out.
I mean, yeah, if my favorite idol starred in one, I'd watch it for him. But like, I'm probably not going to watch it for.
I want you back. Yeah. It was on Amazon. Came out 2 years ago. But yeah, I mean, it's like if you like the people, I think that's really the main thing for the rom-com, right? Like
that's true. Because I was just thinking there is one that I'm willing to watch, and it's because my favorite actor is in it.
Yeah,
I haven't watched it yet, but
isn't that any movie though?
True,
but I think with rom-coms they cast people that are hot. right? Most of the time. So it's like they could be hot and you could like them because they're hot.
But also like rom-coms, I just feel like it's a rom-com. The plot tends to be trite. Like it's
you
not
know what you're getting into, yeah.
Yeah. So I would agree with Maze that it's like, for example, an actor that in like any other genre of movie, I might not let it affect that much. But like knowing that it's something that is going to make me cringe and I'm probably going to hate a lot of it, the only thing that could get me to watch it is if I absolutely like love the person that is in it. And there's only like probably like 5 people that I like enough to get me to watch something that is like that cringe. I mean, I never even liked them that much, like growing up. Like that was like the big thing in our age range where it was like everyone loved the teen movies, like She's All That and stuff like that. I'm like, I watch these and I'm like,
okay,
cute
slow
and funny,
the fuck down, Eden. Okay, what we're not going to do is we're not going to talk shit about She's All That.
Yeah, my former employer, Freddie Prinze Jr. How dare you?
How dare you?
Okay, is it better if I use 10 Things I Hate About You or like 40 Days and 40 Nights?
Your mind?
What was that one with where Josh Hartnett wouldn't have sex for 40 days?
That one you're allowed to talk about. Yes.
All right, fine. 40 days and 40 nights.
That was
like,
awful.
Yeah.
Come on. Who's going to believe that Josh Hartnett isn't clapping cheeks for 40 days? Come on.
40 minutes, maybe.
Maybe. Unless he's isolated on top of a mountain.
Guys, let's be honest here.
Well, that's how long it'll take him after 40 days. But yeah, I mean, I hear you. I think, the main thing is just like movies of all genres can be good, can go above and beyond their genre. That's what you're really looking for. I love Always Be My Maybe, which is that Ali Wong, Randall Park, San Francisco rom-com. And that shit is way funnier and better than it needs to be. But you could still denigrate it and say it's a rom-com. And I think that's selling it short, Before we go to the Patreon section, because Katie missed the beginning, I am going to play this video again without context just to get Katie's reaction. I want no information from Eden and Mo. Beep count. I think this will also be new for you. So just buckle up. All right.
Eden's face is
scaring me.
scaring
You just have to hear to believe here. A woman is waking up behind bars after police say that she fell through the roof of a San Francisco liquor store.
Yeah, it happened. It's a crazy story. The owner says an ex-girlfriend wouldn't leave him alone. Well, then she ran upstairs, and the rest of the story, here's how it goes.
And we were talking, having a conversation, and the next thing you know, she fell from the roof. I thought I had to pinch myself to see if I was dreaming. It was beyond comprehension. And I'm glad she didn't fall on my chihuahua because he was taking a nap.
Me
Good
too.
thing. Right? The woman expected to be okay. Police did eventually show up and take her into custody. But yeah, that could have been.
Your thoughts, Katie?
She's on the roof or she's like in the scene, like
there's
the
a
roof
weird,
of the
like,
building.
There's a weird like apartment thing above the corner store.
And she fell through that floor.
Slash
and where is
roof.
he talking to her?
Where is he talking to her?
Is he on the roof too? No. Where are they having a conversation?
I mean, it might have been in the store. She might have run upstairs. He might have been upstairs with her talking.
We have just as much information as you.
Did they find the woman? Do we know she indeed was there and fell?
Yeah. I actually realized another point, though. Why did she get arrested? Was that in the clip?
No.
Why did she get arrested? I was like,
they showed a police car and we couldn't tell if there's someone in the back seat or not.
It made it sound like she got arrested because she fell through the roof.
It's against the law.
Like,
in San Francisco.
This clumsy bitch. Lock her up.
Lock her up. Lock her up. Yeah. So that's my corner store, Katie.
Really?
Yeah. That's like 500 feet from where I'm at right this very instant.
I'm also very relieved that the Chihuahua was okay.
Yes, baby boy must be protected.
Because if she had fallen on that poor little thing. So do you know the Chihuahua and everybody? Like, are you a friend of the family?
Yes.
He's very friendly with
Baby
them.
boy and I are very close. Yes, we talk often. It's a hellscape. It's the worst place on earth, Katie. And that the woman that got arrested was almost certainly a drug addict. And
that was his ex-girlfriend? Is that what they said?
Ex is generous. Current active, on again, off again, however you want to refer to it. Probably,
I mean, he
just
seems
like he
like
gives
he's
her
no
drugs.
stranger to dabbling in the drugs as well.
No, you can tell by his eyes. Yeah, that's really what gave it away. But
and nobody really
corner
pinches
store.
themselves, right? Like,
no, I
am
mean, he actually
dreaming?
kind of told a great story there. Like, I don't think that's what happened, but he told a good version.
Do we think any of us have tried to pinch ourselves in a dream before? Now that I think about it,
Work on it.
I think I have actually in a dream, but now I know you count your fingers and you look at a clock
Wait, what? Okay, that's a good tip.
to see if you're dreaming. Mm-hmm.
So you've
It's like
seen
clocks
Inception.
in your finger. It's
It'll be wrong.
I'm telling you.
Is what you're saying.
yeah.
You
look
won't get there.
like AI.
Like AI.
Wow.
Yes, all of our dreams are AI.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to head over to the Patreon. So check it out. Patreon.com/countthedings to get the rest of this. But we're giving you Katie's dream tips for free, y'all.
You're
That's a
welcome.
free
Movie
shit.
question when we get to the Patreon.
Ooh.
And we're in the Patreon, Mo.
Oh,
What a tease.
I wanted to ask this when we were talking about movies or whatnot. How do we feel about going to the movie theater now? Like, I feel like you just stream everything, and part of it's because of Cinephobe and all that.
I did go to
don't feel
Dune,
like-
and it was badass, though. So,
Like,
I'll
I
go
still
for-
love the movie theater.
So
I'm getting back into it.
Yeah. So the thing is, my problem is that I don't know when movies are out in theaters that I want to see. Like that I used to go to the movies.
trailers.
Yeah. Like I don't know when.
No.
Like I usually hear
And
about
not being
something.
in LA, no billboards. I don't see the billboards anymore. So how am I supposed to know?
I hear about movies that are in the theaters from you guys, literally. Like I otherwise would not know. Like, so the only other times like I've seen movies in the last couple of years is like when it was like a movie I know I wanted to see in the theater. I can't even think of what it is right now. So clearly it didn't leave that much of an impression on me, but I love getting popcorn. I went to go see the Slam Dunk movie. That one I did remember why I went to go see it. So that's like a movie, like, it's like, it has to be a movie that I like want to make it a point to see, and a movie that I want to not be able to pause and get up to pee or get distracted for a full afternoon with, which I would love to do more. But I think the thing is, like back when I was in the habit of watching movies, because you see all the trailers, you know what movies are coming out and to be on the lookout for it. Yeah. But now that it's like out of my system as like a habit, I genuinely have no idea how I know when things are coming out. And so that's my main blocker. It's not the experience. It's the fact that I don't know when things that I care about are coming out.
So like I go through the app a lot of the times. Like AMC, I have the AMC pass, and I just go through the app to see I will go see anything.
Oh, because you have a pass. But
even when I didn't have the pass, like I will go see them. Like for the longest time, I was just like, I have 2 hours to kill.
I'll go.
I'm going to the movies. Like it didn't matter. I would see. My friends would make fun of me. I'd see some of the dumbest movies. But like I was all in. I love.
Why do you like it so
theater.
much? Do you like the popcorn? Do you like the scale of it? Do you like the ritual activity?
Really amazed all of it. And I'm not even a popcorn guy. I'm a nacho guy. But like the whole thing of like going and get the whole the screen so big, get to see. I like to see it on the aisle in the back. It's having the whole setup. And then my only complaint now. Too many goddamn previews. It's 30 minutes.
Show up 15 minutes late.
Yeah, but it's still like, it's just like, come on, man. Like,
yeah, that's excessive.
It's more? You really feel like it's more?
Hell yes.
Okay.
Hell
like
yes.
Miles. Like it used to be 3, 4, maybe a big movie would have 5.
Yeah.
And it used to be that they would start the trailers before the showtime for the movie.
Yeah. So the movie starts. Yeah. Because like, I feel like there's a theater by me that I actually don't like going because there's always like, they don't let people in after the 15-minute cutoff. Like, or like,
what?
You have to show up within
15 minutes after the movie starts.
Yeah.
Like the actual movie, not the trailers.
I'm not sure now that I think about it. I was like, I feel like I had to sit through a bunch of trailers though. And I was like, I would have liked to show up 10 minutes later, but like I was worried they wouldn't let me in. And because I don't go that often, I'm like, I actually don't know what the rules are and how strict they are on it. But like, yeah, I don't like that though, because I'm like, I signed up to go watch the movie. I'm like, fine if like 5 or 10 minutes cuts into the start time, but 30 is too much.
It's
that's crazy.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. And that's kind of what it is now. So I'm like, 9:15 movie, be there at 9:45. Like it's that whole deal.
And your
but
seats
now
are picked out, right? So you don't have to worry about that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But so the thing is though, like, okay, so I haven't seen Dune 2. I want to see Dune 2. All right. The movie starts at 10. No, movie starts at 10:30. And that's what is that? 2.5 hours, 3 hours?
It's close to 3. It's long as
Although it's a 4-hour movie.
So now,
insane.
okay, even if I get there at 10:30, it's
no, you gotta like get there and you gotta like pee and take your time before the actual movie starts.
Basically a 5-hour experience if you count driving.
Too much. Yeah, I'm with you there. I mean, I like movie theaters too, Mo. The last 5 movies that I've seen in the theater, Dune 2, awesome in the theater. Sound was incredible. Like just the Hans Zimmer part alone felt like you're getting blown away. Poor Things, awesome. Love the movie. Great to see in the theater. Barbie was pretty cool. Oppenheimer was pretty cool. And I saw Asteroid City, the Wes Anderson movie. So those are the last 5. I would like to go more.
Me too.
But
yeah,
it's like I either have to, like, my girlfriend really liked Poor Things and was happy that we went to the theater. That was like the exception. She's not usually interested in going. And I could go by myself, and I have, but it's definitely like there's enough things to watch that the idea of finding the right time and carving out the block of time and doing it is a little more challenging than being like, I haven't watched Dream Scenario yet, so I put that on like last weekend, the Nick Cage movie, and that was pretty good too.
Right. I used to go all the time. Like when I was in high school and like college, my sister worked at the movie theater, so I didn't have to pay.
Nice. Yeah.
So I could see it was like such low stakes. Like I'm not gonna be, I wish I hadn't spent money on this or whatever. When I was in LA, for 7 years. Not once did I go to the movie theater.
Yeah.
Really?
The only time, if you can count this, is when we worked for Brian and we were promoting Last Rampage, and we did a screening of that.
That counts.
Does that count? And now that I'm back home, the movie theater is so close. It's not that expensive. I like a good matinee by myself.
The matinee. Love a matinee.
Usually for me, I'm like, if I'm like, I'm in the mood for popcorn, let me see what's playing. Like that's kind of how
I love that.
Go about
when I used to work
I'm like,
in a
do I have an
movie theater?
edible, and is there something good
Do
playing?
you have an edible?
Or okay.
That's don't.
But I mean, like the last one I saw was Argyle, and I took 50 milligrams and went by myself, and I had a great time.
Like Argyle would have been one I would have seen in theaters. I just didn't have the.
Yeah, it was so fun, ridiculous, absurd, but fun.
But I love the movie theater experience, and part of that goes back to like this is also childhood stuff. Like my dad used to take me to the movies.
Well, and that was like the thing to do.
It was such a treat. It was such a treat. Yeah.
It was every weekend I was going to the movies.
Crazy.
I was to the point too where my dad would be like, he'd want to see a movie that I didn't want to see. He's like, cool, you go see your movie and then come watch the end of my movie. That's also how I saw Rising Sun, which was very weird and not something like suitable for a kid. And probably didn't understand most of it till I got older, but like that's how we see movies. Like that movies were such a big part for me.
Yeah, my dad's a big movie guy, so that same thing. He always wanted to go. I'm like, all right. And we like the same kind of stuff.
Rising Sun, the description: when a prostitute is found dead in a Los Angeles skyscraper.
I love it.
It was definitely, and there was some stuff in there. I still remember it now, or I'm like, and it's one of those things too where you're like, I should not look, and then I'll be like, he's not going to say anything.
What about you, Beep Can? How do you feel about the movie theater?
I love movies. However, the last time I was actually in the theater was 2019, and it was for a 20th anniversary screening of Fight Club. It was at one of those movie theaters with like the bar, brewery, that kind of thing. I personally, I just don't have the time to go out to a theater and spend 4 or 5 hours at the theater. But I love movies. I watch as many movies as I possibly can. So
if the movie had beeps in it, though,
zero. I just I can get a better experience, here at my house. I've got super big screen. the surround sound. I've got comfortable couch, popcorn. I don't need to, go out and spend $14 on a small popcorn and $8 for a gallon of Coke.
Oh man.
I just looked up the last one of the movie I couldn't think of, and it was Dead Reckoning, and that's why I went to go see it. It's because Mission Impossible is a must see in movie theaters.
Yeah. Any Tom Cruise movie is an automatic.
So
Top Gun.
Funny thing about Tom Cruise movies. For a while, that was like our family tradition was to like watch a Tom Cruise movie together over like the Christmas holidays because he always had one out, or we would just watch an old Mission Impossible. Like it was like for a while, it was like Ghost Protocol. I remember going to see in the theaters with my family. I think Mission Impossible 3 we saw as a family. I think he had one or two other movies mixed in. Jack Reacher, maybe. I think didn't Tom Cruise do a Jack Reacher?
He had two Reacher movies. He had Top Gun. And he's had,
so I was like, it was during that that would just became our thing because we were all together as a family. What did we go do? We went to go watch a movie, and the one movie that was mutually agreeable to the entire family was one that was a Tom Cruise movie.
Yeah, that's a hard thing to do is find one that's everyone's on board with.
That's how my dad. That's good. That's Tom why my dad would be like, "You go see your movie, I'll go see mine. We'll meet out in the back. We'll catch later." But the underrated Tom Cruise movie, Edge of Tomorrow.
Yeah,
I liked Edge of Tomorrow.
Good. Yeah, a classic great movie, fun rewatch.
I was gonna say actually that's a good one for a rewatch. Like I might fire that one up at some point.
Yeah, I mean like. Deadpool 3, I don't think I'll need to see in the theaters.
I'll be seeing that in the theater.
Definitely don't want to see Joker 2.
I haven't seen the first one.
With Lady Gaga as Lady Joker.
What the fact that it's a musical doesn't totally pull you in and doesn't like totally make you like want to go like see people sing about it?
No, you're right. You got me, Eden. That is my weakness.
We need Walter's. We need Walter's review.
Are anybody going to see this movie, Civil War?
Yeah, I just saw that. What is that even? What is this? This is in a dystopian future America. A team of military embedded journalists race against time to reach Washington, D.C. before rebel factions descend upon the White House.
There's another Venom? Another Venom movie's coming?
Yeah, of course there is. It's Alex Garland, who I do like. He did he did Ex Machina. He did Annihilation. He did Devs. I like his stuff, so I'll probably see it. But that this doesn't scream movie theater to me. It does have Nick Offerman as the president of the United States, though.
Yeah,
so that's interesting.
Civil War is probably something I'll stream over 3 days. But I will see Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, Deadpool
with Zach. Yeah, we know
probably.
Pretty.
Knowing that there's a new Venom, I might just go see it because it's so ridiculous.
Venom. You're gonna know what hit him.
Redoing Twisters, I'm in.
Yeah, Twisters might be the right type of thing. I mean, I want something that will be enhanced by a movie theater experience.
I was gonna say, I think about it from that perspective. Is it going to be much better if I go watch it in the theater compared to watching it at home?
Yeah.
Oh no, they're doing Smile too. No.
Ugh.
And then yeah. I mean, I would like to. I'm with you, Mo. And then final question on this is, do you need to go to like the Alamo Draft House, or do you just want to go to a regular movie theater?
Regular.
I like to be able to pick my seat. I do like that.
Yeah, I think they're starting to get that more and more places now.
I don't know many theaters that don't
pick your seat
anymore. I don't know many that don't anymore. And those that don't, I'm so glad the days where you had to line up to go get your seat, was just
miserable.
And the seats are so much nicer now, and I just get the handicap companion one, so no one can sit by me, and it's perfect.
I did get the AMC one, and then you recline all the way back.
Yeah, there's some pretty serious recliners out there now. I think Poor Things, I was in a full-on recliner, and I was just getting blown away by Bella Baxter. But yeah, I mean, I like the Draft House. It's tough.
The Draft House is the spot with the time limit. Also, they were the ones that were strong cutoff.
Yeah, that makes sense because they don't want people disrupting or whatever. But even though they'll come take your order,
and I think it's because they want to but it's you're disrupting the previews. So someone is serving food during previews. I'm not tripping out about it. I'd rather just have my 15 minutes back.
It's cool to be able to get like a drink brought to you, but the food is like not quite good enough.
Yeah.
To actually want to eat there.
It's not necessary. Then you don't do dinner in a movie. What about that whole thing?
I just want nachos.
Yeah, I just want the
The
popcorn.
movie theater is shitty plastic nacho cheese. That's all Mo really wants.
What's wrong with that?
I'm a sucker for that. Like you can only get it at arenas and movie theaters.
I think I'm out. Dude, I never liked it enough.
I did. I
you get my Jamie gets an icy, which we share. I have my Coke, and then we've had dinner either before or after the movie. Like it's not a
we do icy, and ours are free refills any size, baby.
Oh, nice!
Got the machine set up.
Flyover state. Refill any size icy. What is this?
Yep,
that's crazy.
Free country. What?
Important thing though. This is for those who are when you're finding your partner. You have to make sure you're movie theater compatible. You know, like, are you a person? Is this a person that talks a lot during the movies? Is this a person that needs to get up a ton during movies? Is this what's your like? Jamie is the perfect movie theater companion for me. Perfect.
I was actually thinking about that when we were talking about road trips.
Yes.
Like we're
not doing vows. Thank God.
Good road trip companion.
Yeah,
also,
I mean, it's tough to check all those boxes. You know, road trips, movie theaters, eating habits, smoking. You got a long list of compatibility. You know. Oh, Katie. Oh no, you have Dolores.
Checks all my boxes.
Look at Dolores. She's even disruptive during podcasts, which is my number one.
Occasionally bites your tip. That's all.
No, she's being nice.
She's tired out from all the ruckus she's been causing this entire time.
That's right.
Beep count. Do you have a question for the mailbag? Did you come prepared?
I did come prepared, but I do have a follow up on the falling through the ceiling.
Oh,
all right.
Okay.
Yeah, not on that particular ceiling, but I fell through the ceiling. And I broke my back and my arm when my wife was 9 months pregnant.
Oh my God.
Here's the story. So
she pushed you.
We were no, we were getting prepared, you know, nesting, building the nest, whatever. And I was switching around the rooms where the nursery was going to be to where the office was currently. So I was up in the crawl space. I was dropping some Ethernet cable for like our security system, you know, internet, you know, router and everything like that. I had finished the project, drilling the holes, dropping the lines. I was bringing the tools back down, and I went back up for one more tool. And as I was walking on the rafters, I slipped off, missed one of the beams on the top, and fell through the ceiling about 12 feet. Now, this also happened to be while my wife was out getting us lunch. And the front door was locked and deadbolted.
Oh my God.
The back door was locked. The side gate was locked. And the batteries in her garage door opener were dead.
Oh my God.
So I was laying on the floor for about 45 minutes with a broken back and broken arm, trying to one arm army crawl to the bedroom to get my phone to have, you know, the Siri call 911. Now, I did learn that if you want Alexa to call 911, you have to say you have to have it programmed in your Alexa app to have Alexa call 911.
Wow.
It won't do it for you.
All while my wife was 9 months pregnant.
That's crazy.
Okay, I have a few questions and a few observations.
Yeah.
With all of that kind of setup and the battery of the garage door being dead, too convenient. I'm just curious if this was a setup and it wasn't, you know,
she greased those rafters.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, like that last bit of information.
Yeah.
How convenient.
Too convenient.
I don't make enough money for her to cash in on any sort of insurance.
You know, you're just assuming it's money. Maybe she just wanted to get rid of you. I don't know.
That's a great point. That's a great
point.
point.
For lunch, 9 months pregnant.
She had a craving for some Chick-fil-A, so
you go get it. And you avoided everything.
I was in the Raptors.
And she had the perfect alibi.
She's lucky it wasn't Sunday.
Home.
Chicken. Chicken is always a perfect alibi. I wanted some chicken. Oh, I wasn't around.
Now putting two and two together here.
Back was broken.
Right,
I'm just saying, just be careful, bro. Just you know.
To do the Dan thing then. So what did you learn from this experience?
Well, we now have extra batteries for garage door openers. I have
That's the
a
number one
Costco
takeaway,
size
huh?
pack. That's number two. Number one is I am forbidden from being on ladders. Do not go into crawl spaces when you are home alone. And
Alexa has been programmed to call 911.
Number three, Alexa has been programmed. And number four, if you're dropping Ethernet cables in a crawl space, hire someone to do it.
Yeah, that sounds.
So did she not have house keys?
Well, no, the deadbolt was locked, and that one doesn't have a key.
Did they have to break down doors to get you, or what happened?
Yeah, so my wife broke down the side gate, and she broke in the back door.
Pregnancy strength.
Yeah,
damn.
Seriously,
the only thing that could have been better is if her water broke like that.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
I'm not gonna lie. The situation you've painted is like a real world version of the finale of The Rehearsal. Where it's like everything is shit is hitting the fan in every possible way all at the same time. So yeah, it's pretty miraculous that she didn't go into labor and you were just left there.
Yeah, all the pictures of us in the delivery room and my first 6 weeks of pictures with my baby is in a back brace and a pink cast. Yeah.
Wow. Well, I'm glad you survived beef count. And great
it just
anecdote.
goes to show though, like when you're getting ready for the baby and stuff, like maybe you shouldn't do that stuff because now she has the newborn and you with a broken back and a broken arm.
Yeah. Two newborns.
A lot of diapers. That is a lot of diapers, man.
Wiping two butts.
And I only realize this stuff now because now I've been banned from playing soccer because I can't get. I actually have a small fracture in my elbow from soccer. Don't need a cast or anything, but then I've been told that I can't get hurt before the wedding.
No cast. From soccer.
But I can't risk getting a broken nose a few weeks before the wedding. I can't.
You can't ruin those pictures.
Yeah, so this is just up until the wedding. Okay. That makes so much more sense.
Bubble,
that's
dude.
July. That's still July.
We got to go bubble boy on this thing. We got to protect you.
Probably
protect
gonna have to pretty soon because I am very capable of just hurting myself.
Now, Mo, as you remember, Katie Maloney fell through a skylight.
Oh.
I haven't
and would love for her to do it again.
I haven't done that, but she is the most miserable human being there is possibly out there.
In the most recent episode, she was talking about people having joy, and I'm like, I'm not taking any advice on happiness from this miserable troll.
And then she's literally making fun of what her ex-husband is wearing, which wasn't like all that great. When
he
she's
was
wearing
dressed like Elf.
She's wearing a denim vest and like a t-shirt bikini
t-shirt. Yeah. She's like,
I thought it was cool. I was like,
cool.
No. Terrible. Great show. Although I'm getting a little bit bored.
Yeah. I get it.
Take a break.
We need something here.
Watch some
I'm loving the Valley.
Or, some chimp content.
Come back. Jamie loves the Valley.
I'm loving it.
Now I feel like I'm going to have to get into it. I just hate Jack so goddamn much.
Oh, but he's so fun to hate. And Brittany just had her turkey gobbler removed. So she has this permanent frown when she's talking, like her mouth turns down at the corners.
That's what's wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait to end this to go tell Jamie. I hope she's not on a call. Oh my God, that's what it was. We're trying to figure it out for 2 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Beef Count, where are you on trash reality TV? And
I'm out.
Thank you.
That.
Thank you.
Yeah, my wife is all about it. But that it kind of ties into the question that I did bring for the mailbag about coincidental theories on TV shows. So this isn't something that I can actually prove, but it's something that I've noticed, and I don't know if it's just a coincidence, but as any red-blooded American, I love competition and I love food. So one of my wife and I's favorite show is Chopped. Now, one thing that I've noticed, and I cannot prove this, but it seems like 9 out of 10 times, the person who has their own station after the first chop ends up winning the episode. Have you noticed anything like that?
Where they're like, you get bubble gum, some sticks, and like an orange, and you have to make something like delicious cuisine.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Bubble gum.
I mean, she's not wrong.
It's some bullshit.
They've been doing it for a long time. So
it's like 27 seasons, something like that.
There's only so many combinations you can come up with of random shit to incorporate in a food dish.
How many? What?
Oh, combination.
Thank you, Katie. Oh wow, look at me
slipping.
I mean, let me tell you, Mo. There's too many buttons. I got like 45 different options here of what to push.
Wow.
But
I'm shocked we haven't gotten the Waz one.
I thought about it when we had 2 butts. That just came up.
God
I thought
damn,
5
dudes.
butts.
Oh my God, 5 dicks. Damn.
But yeah, I mean, the cooking show editing is a mess. Beep count. I mean, I don't watch a ton of it, but I would say that if you pay attention to the way they edit, they give probably a lot of stuff away. And I think that's fairly true about, like, you know, shows like The Bachelor or like dating competition shows too, because they're shooting tons and tons of footage, and then they have to decide how they're going to tell the story of each episode, and it's all through editing,
right?
And it's not that sophisticated. So, like, if someone's getting a lot of time on the show, it's probable that they will be eliminated that episode because this is like their final hurrah. Oh. And if so beep count, you're saying that if someone's at a certain position in the kitchen.
So the premise of that show is you start off with four contestants, and they're 2 people per station. So you have 2 people on one station, 2 people on another. At the end of the first appetizer round, one of those people gets chopped. So now you have 2 people sharing one station, and then one person has their own station. And then that person that has their own station, I've noticed 9 out of 10 times they end up winning the whole thing. Now so they've done 738 episodes.
Holy shit,
and
it's
over
like Law and
56
Order
seasons. Yeah.
Wow.
I have heard
I don't
one
have the
for
time
Top
or the inclination
Chef.
to go.
So you'll count
people
the
say,
you're busy, beep count. You got your priorities. I get it.
I've heard people say on Top Chef, when they show someone calling home, they're getting eliminated. Next,
it's usually like within a short run. I've stopped. I'm done with Top Chef. I used to be.
For me, it's more like continuity, where I'm like, okay, you have food on your plate. Now you don't have food on your plate. Now the food's back on your plate. Like, while there's a conversation going on, like in reality TV or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh,
like, you know, I'm like, oh, your drink's full now. Somebody now it's full again.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why on Love is Blind, they do those gold goblets. So it's harder to tell.
Yeah. Cause Love is Blind, they got to be in those pods for what? Hours?
But even when they're out in the wild, when they're like, oh, you're going to meet my best friends at a restaurant, they still have to use those fucking cups.
That's good branding.
They bring them to the restaurant.
Oh, that's fascinating. Wow.
That is they putting the editing first. You know, did Katie just freeze like this?
Got to screenshot this.
I'm gonna send it. Oh, she's gone. Oh, damn it!
I got it though.
Nice. Well, I do have the video. Luckily, I do have a recorded video.
In the recording. Katie, that was the perfect frame.
That was fantastic. She looked very angry. Yeah. I mean, I'm with you. I think you can glean a lot from parsing the editing of some of these things. As an editor myself, I do think about this a little bit more, but Mo sent it. Let's look at it. Oh, perfect. Nailed it. Looking angry, going to deal with Dolores. That's our Katie.
About to yell at Dolores.
All right. I think we are going to wrap it up there. So thank you to Beep Count for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks to
Keep the count alive, baby. Keep the count alive.
Mo, I'm Anthony, and we'll catch you next time on the Mailbag.